Nikolas, take a look at this annual report. Give me your assessment.
Yes, Nation Mills. Their food division has dropped in sales 5 quarters in a row. They should sell off some ancillary divisions and consolidate their debt.
You've done your homework.
Listen to this. Accepted forms of address for the princess. Your Highness, Your Royal Highness, Your Serene Highness, Your Stellar Highness.
No, you're making that up.
No, I'm serious. Your Stellar Highness, Princess Sparky.
Oh, well, that is a nice ring to it.
Now, here's another good one. We're supposed to avoid kissing in public except for the genteel and discreet kiss on the cheek as befits the royal personage.
Uh-oh. We are going to be a dismal failure.
You know, those rules on protocol are a bit exaggerated unless you're the King and Queen of England.
Oh, good. I guess we're safe then.
However, as Nikolas's wife, you will be meeting with heads of state and captains of industry at various functions.
Well, don't worry. I have lots of experience. Deception has sent me to tons of dinners and charity functions.
Gia, your new role won't be compatible with your life as a fashion model.
Well, that's too bad considering Gia is the face of deception. Come on. We're late for the shoot right now.
Gia has more important responsibilities now.
I'm sure she does, but she also has a contract.
That may not be an issue.
What have you done?
About having Gia released from her contract.
You had absolutely no right.
Gia, your life is about to change drastically. You need to consider what's appropriate now.
Yes, according to you.
The decision will ultimately be Gia's.
She worked very hard to get the job, Uncle, and I will not ask her to give that up. I warned you that this would happen.
Listen, Gia, your new role in this family is far more important than being a fashion model.
Do you realize how pompous that sounds?
You became a model to make money, right?
Yes, and she loves her job.
Nikolas is right. I do.
All right. You will be photographed constantly. You'll wear designer clothing and jewelry. The only difference is you won't be selling perfume and cosmetics. That kind of commercialism is inappropriate for a woman in your position.
Well, maybe I can do both and see how it goes.
I don't see how. You need to have your attention on your duties as princess.
As what, being an arm piece to Nikolas?
No, far from it. You will have the opportunity and the responsibility to be involved in any number of charities. And you will choose which are most worthy. You can have an enormous impact.
She could still juggle both.
Well, if you want to be separated for periods of time.
What does that mean?
Well, Nikolas will be doing his share of traveling. If your job commitments conflict, you won't be able to go with him.
I signed a big exclusive contract. That's not just something I can snap my fingers and walk out of.
Yes, it is. If you have the Cassadine fortune backing you up.
This is true.
You know, it may not be important to you, but my mother's company happens to have a lot invested in Gia right now.
Laura will be provided with ample compensation. And I hope you don't mind, but I've taken the liberty of opening accounts for you at all the major stores and fashion houses in both Port Charles and Manhattan.
That may be a problem. I have some credit card bills to clear up.
All taken care of.
Well, I don't know how to thank you.
It was my pleasure. Gia, listen. You take your time. Think about everything I've said. Now, if you'll excuse us, Nikolas and I have some business to attend to.
Don't let my uncle pressure you, all right?
I won't.
I'll stand by whatever decision you make.
Give up my job.
Then don't! It's the 21st century. You can be anything you want, and nobody's gonna look down on you for being a model, please.
But I will have responsibilities.
Yeah, well, Stefan's always saying stuff like that. Answer me this. Do you really feel comfortable being a Cassadine puppet?
Well, it's not like they're asking me to dig ditches. Most girls grow up dreaming of this. The handsome prince falling in love with them, carrying them off to a life full of riches and jewels and beautiful clothes.
Oh, all that sounds lovely, but you know what? You're gonna have it anyway. And Nikolas isn't gonna dump you just because you want to keep a job.
Being the face of deception means a lot to me. I'd feel really bad about leaving Laura in the lurch. I mean, even though Elizabeth was her first choice for the job.
No. Elizabeth didn't want the job, not in her heart. You did. In fact, you were ready to walk over coals for the opportunity.
Well, Stefan said that he would compensate her, so I'm sure it would be enough for her to hire any model she wants.
I'm sure it'd be enough for 10 models. But you're the perfect face of deception, Gia.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, let's look at the pros and cons then, shall we? On one hand, you're going to be a famous model getting your picture taken by a brilliant photographer, which is me. Fan mails pouring in, teenagers, girls and boys hanging your poster up on the walls. And then on the other hand, you're going to be walking around doing the royal hand wave, having lunch with stuffy society women, trying not to kiss Nikolas in public. And by the way, my love, I draw the line at calling you Your Stellar Highness.
Well, off with your head.
Miss Campbell, you received a letter from Prince Charles.
The Prince Charles?
Yes.
Get out.
Thank you. Oh my God, Nikolas and I are invited to a dinner at the palace.
Let me see that. You cannot make decisions about Gia's life without consulting her, Uncle.
Well, this is all new to Gia. She'll need help.
If she asks for it, yes. Otherwise, you and I are gonna have a serious problem.
Listen, Gia will have everything she's ever dreamed of. But it comes with a price. Step into a highly visible position, which means Gia will be a public figure.
I understand that, Uncle, but you...
She needs to consider all her actions with that in mind.
She has confidence and poise.
Yes, but she has much to learn. Now, the rules of decorum are subtle but very real. You and Gia can no longer simply do as you please.
I can handle myself, and so can Gia. We both will be the judge of what's appropriate and what's not. Well, I've never known anyone who's gotten a personal invite from Buckingham Palace.
Well, that definitely makes two of us.
Well, just try to remember us little people who helped you on your way up.
Oh, I won't, Lonnie. Larry. What was your name again?
Hey. It's not...
Your family, Lucky. Besides, we're gonna be counting on you for reality checks.
All right, well, you can count on me, Leah. Gia.
I thought you were tied up with business.
Well, I told Uncle that I could wait. How you doing?
I made a decision.
You know, you don't have to do this.
I know.
You know, take all the time you need, Gia, or leave things the way they are. Either way, I just want you to do what's right for you.
This does feel right for me. I'm giving up being the face of deception.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yes.
listen to me. If you feel pressured or pushed into doing anything you don't want to, you're only going to resent it later. Okay, I just want you to be happy.
Well, I will be, as long as I'm with you.
Well, you don't have to do this for me.
I am doing it for us. And I'm getting a lot more than I'm giving up.